Great. So welcome everyone. We're celebrating or talking about the upcoming new moon in Gemini. So it's me, Shireen, and Leila.
Yeah,
Maybe you want to introduce yourself. Maybe we have some new listeners today.
yeah, I'll do that. And I'll also say that we are both on Instagram and are also recording this on Zoom so that we can put it up on YouTube later. Because people often ask us if it will be recorded and if they can watch afterwards. So yes, it will be on YouTube and it will be for hopefully for 24 hours on Instagram. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So I'm Leila. I am a holistic healer, coach, and therapist, and yoga teacher, mindfulness instructor. Those are the things I do. But I think it's always so difficult to answer who am I, because I mean, I can answer what I do, but I can also answer and say that I'm a woman, a mother, a sister, a human. I can answer so many things. So sometimes I think it's difficult to introduce myself, but in this context, maybe it's easy to relate to me as a healer, coach, and therapist.
Mm, yes. And yeah, we're so excited because we have had a couple of weeks of doing this for the full moon and new moon together, and I think it's so beautiful to connect with you all and
Yeah,
connect with you, Leila, to talk about this and to just help everyone to understand the energies and how what we can do for the lunations, because we both love the moon.
yeah.
And yeah
Should we
and
just there's someone from Canada here. Should we just ask where
yeah.
you are from, guys? Canada was one, and we're in Sweden, Stockholm, and usually people watch this from all over the world.
Mm. Yes, we had LA. I saw LA. So it's beautiful that we can, in Dubai, we're sharing this, like Florida, Missouri. We have like this global, beautiful community, Bermuda, India, New York. It's so beautiful. Atlanta.
Yeah,
Oh, New Jersey, London. I mean, it's so beautiful. We wouldn't be able to do this if Instagram didn't have
it's
this
amazing.
this function. I'm so excited.
Yeah,
And how many of you maybe also share your zodiac sign? It's always fun to see the sun signs that are here, because we're going to talk about the Gemini new moon.
definitely that would.
Uh, yeah.
And you share
South
yours
Africa.
first. Yeah, you share yours too.
Yeah, I'm a Cancer sun sign, so my season is also coming up soon. But I also have Leo ascendant, so I have like the two signs after each other. So it's really, yeah, Maria is Aquarius. Yeah, so this new moon for Aquarius and all the air signs are going to be very strong, because Gemini is an air sign.
Mm-hmm.
Cancer, Leo. And how about you, Leila?
I'm a Sagittarius, and I
Yeah.
I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but I don't know my other signs. I know we have talked about this a million times, you and me, but I forget. I'm a Sagittarius, but I
We will
don't
have to
know. Yeah.
we'll have to look at your birth chart again.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But should I start? Oh, it's so fun to see our friends here.
Yeah.
So I made a note today because there was so much I wanted to. We're going to start with astrology, and then we'll move on. And in the end, we do meditation as well. So to just talk about the full moon, it's actually tomorrow, but we're the new moon. Yeah, the last time I always confuse it, because around the lunations, I think my mind doesn't work as it should. I go into, because I'm a Cancer sun sign also, I'm very ruled by the moon, so it's very fluctuating. But we have the sun in Gemini now, which is Gemini is the third sign in the zodiac, and it's air, and it rules our communication, our vehicles, our neighbors, siblings, short distance trips, and also everything that has to do with the mind, because it's ruled by Mercury. So Gemini, we have just entered the Gemini season, so it will be less like in the body and more in the mind, which it can also be good for a while, but we also need to learn how to ground down.
Yeah.
And we will have the new moon tomorrow, which is the 22nd. So we have 2-2, and it will be in 2 degrees of Gemini. It will be midday in the US. And this is actually, when we start the new moon, we're starting a new like lunation or a moon cycle. And this will be actually starting the eclipse season as well, because the next lunation, which will be a full moon, it will be in 2 weeks. It will be a lunar eclipse. It will be the 5th of June. And then we have the solar eclipse on the 21st of June. So yeah, the solar eclipse will be 21st of June and lunar eclipse 4th of July. So we have like this powerful like portal being opened, and with Gemini, if you see it, it's like two pillars with the glyph is 2.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of 2s and the portal, so it's really powerful numerology. I'm really excited about this. I think a lot of people have felt this energy very strongly. And also we have both Venus and Mercury in Gemini. Mercury is in its home sign. Venus is there doing a retrograde as well. So we have a lot of focus there. And we also see Mars and Neptune will have conversations with the moon, which is also in the Pisces. So Pisces is more our emotions, our sensitivity, our intuition. Then we pair it with the mind, and so it will be a balancing. But with the new moon is also just like today is the dark moon.
Yeah.
This is a time to slow down and go within and take the time to just be in stillness and just it's not an extroverted time. So before we start doing things and initiating things, we should take this time to contemplate and to just meditate. What do you think, Leila?
Yeah. So the new moon is normally a time where we work with intentions and with the different we evaluate, to take inventory of our lives, to see where we want to start new projects, where we want to create stuff, or we have new ideas, we want to start those, and all these things. But because of everything that is going on with the planets that you just went through, this new moon is more about rebuilding and recovering, looking at what we already have, and maybe we can use that to rebuild, use the old to rebuild the new, or recover ourselves. Might be a perfect time to go into recovery when it comes to, this is so exciting. I heard this, or it's exciting for nerds like me, but I heard this the other day. Someone said that when you talk about addictions, you talk about, and you want to get clean from your addictions, you say that you recover. So what is it that we recover? And someone said, well, we recover when we recover from addiction is our own selves and our own soul. And I thought that was so beautiful. So even though we don't have, even though we might not have addictions to recover from, we can use this new moon to recover our soul and recover ourselves if we have lost the connection. And so this new moon, like you said, it's a dark moon, so it's introverted. We are invited to go within to start planting seeds that, you know, because the new moon is, like you said, the start of the moon cycle. So it represents starting anew. But this new moon, we want to more think about recycling, rebuilding, recovering. So not so much starting new projects, and but we can still share ideas, share visions, share our dreams, share our hopes. We can still be in that energy. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
what I
It's
had to
just
say.
not rush. Yeah, it's beautiful. I hope the sound is better. It was breaking up a little bit. I don't, if you can hear us well, just let us know.
Yeah,
But yeah, it's just that some type of energies and some periods are really like we go like head first, just do something, and we don't really think about it. And now, I mean, we are already sensing the intense energies that we have been
yeah,
the past couple of weeks and months, and when we're entering also an eclipse season, eclipses are actually really powerful, like when even more powerful lunations like new moons and full moons. So that will be shifts that will last for 2 years. So
yeah,
it's not
exactly,
just for that cycle, it's like for 2 years. So
exactly. Yeah.
yeah.
So normally when we plant seeds in the new moon, we don't always, those seeds and those intention might come, they don't always come into full bloom the same month, or it can be like 6 months. Usually it's 6 months after. So for instance, now it's May, so what is it? May, June, August, July. So maybe in December, the seeds we plant now will be ready to what do you call it? They will be like ready to, what do you call it? When they're ready in December. So the intentions we start
Exactly.
working with now, they will manifest in December. They will come into full manifestation in December. So it's not always a fast game, even though 6 months could be counted as fast. But yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
What
And
else?
with this I mean, with this Gemini season, we tend to want things because Mercury is a really fast moving planet. So we tend to
Yeah,
want to make like we think faster, we talk faster, we don't take the
yeah,
time to breathe, which we
exactly.
need now. And especially the biggest thing right now is the Venus retrograde.
Yes,
Like,
read.
take the time to review what you value, take the time to review what type of relationships you have and want to have. um,
Yeah,
Take the time to not rush into things. Like,
yeah,
this is actually beautiful times. Like, retrogrades are not negative, it's just times where we get to breathe and to yeah, just to contemplate. And I just want to see, because we have some questions.
yeah. And we had
um
something, Maria said something about the number 2 and ladybugs that I just wanted to say I
yeah,
saw the
you can
comment,
check.
and yeah,
I didn't
yeah,
see it, but yeah, and I also saw someone say, yeah, the North Node has moved into Gemini as well.
Gemini,
So
yeah,
we're as a collective going towards the Gemini energies. These coming, it will be like 1.5 years. So it
yeah,
will be very strong. And
yeah,
exactly, the retrogrades are a lot of inner work,
yeah,
not like the
yeah,
extroverted. It's
yeah,
really true. And yeah, and also if you have a birth chart with a Venus retrograde natally, it can be exactly what you're writing about your husband. It can be more, it can become more prominent for you, and it's positive. So
yeah.
yeah.
And I've heard many people who are Geminis, they're like talking about, I can really feel that it's Gemini season because I'm talking all the time. I have this urge, I just want to talk all the time. And
Mm,
it's like, even though the retrogrades and the new moon and all of these energies, they invite you to be more introverted, the Gemini being about communication and all of this you've been talking about, it's somewhat also extroverted. The energies going on are somewhat also, or some people may like people who are Gemini, they may feel it like they are getting more extroverted. I don't know, but I've been hearing that a lot from people that, oh, this Gemini season, it's so crazy. I'm talking all the time and my mind goes so fast and everything is, I have these crazy urges from
Yeah,
thinking
it's a
to
great
talking.
time. Yeah, it's a great time to also write. I mean, if you're writing something or you're doing something for school, I mean, the energy of the mind is really powerful now. So it's not like
Yeah,
this. It was so nice with Taurus season because we could be a little bit more lazy and laid
yeah,
back
yeah,
and just
earthy.
enjoy, because exactly, it's earthy, it's feminine. And I feel like Gemini is more masculine and like
Yeah.
mind driven, but it's really beautiful time to do Gemini things. And we
Yeah.
got a question actually about
Mm-hmm.
doing any type of rituals. We're going to get into that. I want you to
Yeah.
share, Leila, your rituals, because one of the questions was, can you write, because also a misconception I think in, because it's a little bit difference in schools when it comes to like what you do when throughout the
Mm-hmm.
moon cycle, because we know, and it will be in some astrology
Oh.
we always say like, yeah, set intentions and all of this, but also when it's so dark, it's not like a growing time, it's like the energy
Yeah.
is inward. So the best is to see like when there's two ways. Either you do it with the new moon and you sync it before it goes moon void, of course, or you also observe the moon and see when does it start to have the
Mm.
crescent. And that's when it's a growing time. That's when also we plant the
Mm.
seeds. Last new moon, it was a month ago, I planted some seeds out
Mm.
here, flowers, I see them blooming, started to bloom now. And with the burning, because someone asked if they should write it down and burn it, with the burning, I feel like that is something that maybe you do if you want to get rid of something. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah,
Like
that's
I would
usually
plant
what
it.
people think. Yeah, that's usually what people think, that if you want to get rid of it, you should burn it, because that's what we normally
Mm.
do when we want to, like, in the autumn when all the leaves are falling, we gather them in our yards and we burn them. I mean, we do, this is what we do, but at least in and this is what I used to think too, but at least in the shamanic traditions, because I've been trained somewhat in the shamanic traditions, you do both. You burn things in the fire so that those things, so the fire can transform the things you want to burn, but you also give your wishes to the fire. You can also give your wishes to the fire, because the fire is a very masculine energy, and the fire will um, take care of those, will answer to your prayers too, and transform that energy too. So you can do both. But what I usually do,
Mm.
because it feels more in line with how things land in me, and in the end, I think that's the most important thing. The intention, if you can fully feel the intention in you, then that's what's going to happen. So you need to kind of decide for yourself, try out different ways, and then decide for yourself. So what I do is I during the new moon, I don't burn. During the new moon, I write things down, and I might put that note on my altar or next to my bed or something like that. And then I might take my intentions, what I've written down, and I blow it into a stone. So I animate the stone, my intentions, and um, I blow my intention into the stone with my breath. So I animate my intentions. And then I take that stone and I bury it. So I give it to Mother Earth. Or you can throw it into the water. So you give it to Mother Ocean. So I work during the new moon, I work more with like the earth, burying my wishes to the earth or throwing it in the water. Or I can blow my intentions or wishes or whatever you want to call it into a crystal, and I keep that crystal in my on my altar or wherever I want to keep it. It might, if you have a garden, you might want to put it with next to your favorite flower or tree or whatever. So, and then in the full moon, that's when I burn stuff. So
Mm.
that's how I do it. But you can burn things, your intentions too. So when you do a
Yeah.
shamanic fire ceremony, you do both. So it depends. How I think the most important thing is how it lands in you.
Yeah, I think also, I mean, it's beautiful to learn also different practices. It all
Yeah,
depends how we practice, because maybe we're practicing like upward energy, or we're
yeah,
practicing downward
yeah,
energy, like with earth or the universe. It's like just start by writing it down at least. Like I used
exactly.
to also just write it in a journal, like and write it in a positive way,
Yeah,
whatever I wanted to manifest and create more of.
yeah,
And
yeah,
that doesn't have to be anything physical. It can be how we're feeling. How do you want to feel? How do you want to experience things? It's not always like
exactly.
things that we want to manifest outside of us. And
Exactly.
we can set intentions to just create more self-love, or just yeah, really really simple things
Yeah,
that are really essential and important, and
yeah,
especially right now, to just have that, like harness that within us, because we have
yeah,
also time for more self-practice.
yeah. And the
And
moon is actually, oh, sorry, sorry. You go
no,
ahead.
you can say.
No, because the moon is actually also inviting us to be more in our feelings and in our feeling body. Even though
Yeah.
Gemini is much more about the mind, but the moon, if you look at just the moon energy, the moon is like the yin and the pat more like watery energy. So it invites us to be in our body and feel our feelings and more focus on embodiment and emotions and energies and stuff like that. So the moon is really a really good time to do exactly what you said. Write down, how do I want to feel? How do I want to feel today? How do I want to feel this week? How do I want to feel this year? And like write it down in those ways instead of like it's nothing goals, there's nothing wrong with goals, but as soon as you start working with goals and quantifiables, you're up in your mind, and we do that all the time. So the moon wants to invite us to work more with feelings and intentions and values. Who do you want to be in the world? How do you want to show up in the world? So it's more of those things.
Yeah. and and also, like, the even though we have a theme for the new moon, it will be so, if you really want to tune into where it is for you, it can be good to look at your birth chart and look at actually your ascendant, because with the ascendant, that's where it usually, like these small shifts that happen
Mm.
monthly and weekly, that's where it will affect that sign, that house. So if yeah, you can see your birth chart online, or you can contact me. I do astrological
Yeah,
birth chart readings to know your moon sign and the different planet signs, just to tap into, because I know, like, okay, a Gemini new moon is exactly in this spot for me. This is what I have to think about. It's like in my dream world, it's in my subconscious right now, but it's also like groups and organization. It depends on what we're looking at. And for example, for Pisces, it would be in more, because it's Pisces, then we have Aries, Taurus, Gemini. It would be your fourth house, which is more family and home, like focusing on that. So yeah, just knowing where it affects you, so you can work with it, or you just work with it generally if you don't want to make
mm.
it too complicated. And
If it gets too
yeah,
complicated, call Shireen because she will keep track of everything for you.
exactly. I love
Yeah.
it.
I'm gonna
And
just check. We have some
yeah,
questions here.
yeah, sure.
Someone experienced, I burned it and it was gone. Yeah. If you want to get rid of stuff, burning is a really good thing to do. But it's really good to also give power, that masculine power to your intentions too, through the fire. But yeah. I've been told for the new moon you should sleep with it under your pillow, and full moon you would burn it. Yeah, perfect. What you can also do if you have crystals or stones, if you have like stones you like that you have picked, like my daughter, she comes home with stones all the time, and so I work with those stones. You can blow your intention into a crystal or stone, or either you sleep with it in your hand during. You can do this during the full moon, and you can do it always, but it's extra powerful during the new moon or the full moon. You sleep with it in your hand, and then you will find it probably on the floor or somewhere when you wake up, or you put it under your pillow, and maybe it
Yeah, and
will.
someone also asked if they could bury it in the ground, in the like in soil. That's, I think that's great, because I
Definitely.
think it. But your daughter did that, Leila. She put like a beautiful tarot oracle card in the in a plant. Remember that when she did that, and then she said it will, like
Yeah,
she's 5, and she
yeah,
said it will make it grow
she's,
because plants grow. So I love that. Just
yeah,
put it into earth.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's been with me doing this kind of stuff all her life, so she has definitely been influenced. But yeah, she likes to work with dirt. She buries stuff, and yeah, like you said, the oracle card. But what the thing with the when you bury stuff that is good for the earth. Don't bury plastic
Yeah.
or oracle cards. She buried it actually in our flower, in the dirt in our flower at home. But
Exactly.
if you do it outside, be nice to our mother so she can take care of it. No plastics or stuff
Exactly.
like that.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
I'm shuffling Amanda
Yay.
Lynn Hale's deck, Mystical Realms Oracle card deck. Before Leila will share a meditation, I will draw just one card. And then what do you think, Leila? Should we do your meditation
Yeah, we can
after?
do that. Yeah. I wanted to just
Oh,
also mention
didn't we get this last time? No, it was get. Maybe
which
it
the
was. You can you can
no,
share
it
first, and
wasn't.
then I'll share again.
No, I just wanted to say that if you want to work with different energies, you can work with plants, you can work with herbs. I work, it's not always, definitely not always, but every now and then I work with cacao. I do like this raw
Mm,
ceremonial grade cacao, and I invite the energy of that plant into the ceremony because it's a very loving,
mm.
nurturing, kind and compassionate energy. So I want to invite that
Oh,
energy in, and then I give my intention to the cacao, and I give it to the energy of cacao, and it just enforces my intentions. So you can work with any kinds of herbs, really. I'm not, you know these things much better than I do, all different kinds of herbs and tinctures and stuff like that that you can work with. But that's one way I really like to work with different energies in ceremony too.
I love that too. We haven't tapped into that. And I was just drinking. I've had a period now where I take like a coconut milk and mix it with oat milk.
Yeah,
And then I put in raw cacao and I drink it
yeah.
every day. So I just drink. I was feeling like I need it because it's so
Mm.
soothing and beautiful, and it's really also healthy. It's not this highly refined. It's like raw cacao, and it's
Yeah,
bitter actually. It's not
yeah, it's
sweet,
very
and
bitter. No,
I
not
love
sweet.
it every
Yeah,
day. Like I'm getting addicted to it now. I
yeah.
need I
That's the
need one
problem.
cup.
But it's a, yeah, it's a good thing to be addicted to. I saw, hey Kit,
Exactly.
yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
so there are different like plants you can work with. We can get into that maybe we should have
Yes.
a talk about that, like have
I would love
and
that.
yeah,
Yeah, we can have a
one,
talk around the plants and
yeah,
spirits and
yeah,
things like that. And with the card, do you want to see the
yeah, yeah,
card?
yeah. Do the card now, yeah.
Yes. So we have a card which is beautiful. Amanda Lynn Hales, she does this. Maybe I'll show it in, I will read it. It
Yeah,
looks
read it.
like this. It's so beautiful. And it says, get specific, be intentional in voicing your appreciation today. Gratefulness is the way into abundance. And that's such a perfect card
Yeah,
for this theme.
yeah,
Like, be very intentional, and
yeah, and
everything
get
starts
specific.
with,
Yeah,
yeah, just be
mm,
grateful
yeah.
for, maybe you just put down things that you're grateful for instead of trying to
That will
create
get
more
you
and more and
far.
more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That
So
will get you
I
far.
love that.
Yeah. So should we do
Okay.
a short
Yes.
meditation? A
Please
short
do that.
new moon meditation. So just sit down comfortably and make sure that you have your feet to the floor or the ground.
Mm.
And then just make sure you sit comfortably. Close down your eyes. You can breathe in and just raise your shoulders towards your ears. Exhale, lower your shoulders down. Relax your face and release your jaws. Keep a soft belly. And just make sure that your chin is tucked in just slightly. Your back is straight. If you want to do this lying down, it works fine too. And then just notice your breath. Find your breath in your body. Maybe it's in your belly, your chest, or nose. Doesn't matter. Just explore your breath, your natural breath. And keep following your breath in and out. Let your skin soften. Let your muscles soften. Maybe you can even feel your bones soften. Now, with your next inhalation, move your attention to Mother Earth, way below your feet, way below the ground under you. Just drop your attention down, deep down to the center of the earth. And from that center, inhale and gather earth energy and pull it through your feet, your legs, and to your belly. When you exhale, you distribute and spread that earth energy in your belly area, in your lower abdomen, your pelvis. Again, breathe in from the center of the earth energy all the way through your feet and legs to your abdomen. Exhale and let that energy spread in your belly, in your lower abdomen. On your next inhalation, you pull energy from the earth through your legs, through your abdomen and belly, all the way to your chest, your heart and your chest. You exhale and you let that earth energy spread all around your chest, your heart and your chest, maybe even out through your arms. One more time, inhale from the center of the earth energy, all the way through your legs, your abdomen, belly, up to your chest. And let that energy spread on your exhalation in your chest area, your heart, your arms. Inhale and pull earth energy through your legs, your belly, your chest, all the way through your throat, and all the way up to your third eye and your mind, your head. Exhale and let it spread. Distribute that energy in your head, your mind, down through your throat. One more time, in, all the way through your body, all the way up to your third eye and your mind center. Exhale. Distribute that earth energy. Maybe that earth energy releases thoughts, stress, anything that you don't need right now. And from here, you move your attention to your heart. Breathe in and out from your heart. Let your natural breath flow in and out from your heart. You breathe in and you arrive in your heart. You exhale and your heart softens, opens. Inhale, arrive, center in your heart. Exhale, open your heart. It's like your heart opens up in a smile. With every exhalation, your heart opens up a little more and a little more. Like a lotus flower opens up, petal by petal. And in the center of your heart, in the center of that lotus flower, you see a bright light, a bright shining light. And that light starts spreading in your heart, in your chest, through your arms, down through your belly, legs, feet. It spreads all the way up through your throat, your head, into the crown of your head. Rest in that light in the center of your heart, that shining, bright, shining light. And silently ask yourself these questions. Silently in your mind, ask yourself these questions. Who am I? Why am I here? How can I serve? Don't go looking for answers. Let your body answer. Let your intuition answer. Let your heart answer. Don't go looking with your mind. Who am I? Why am I here? How can I serve? How can I be of service? Of service to myself and of service to others and the earth. Slowly let go of those questions. Find your breath. Notice if your breath is somewhere else in the body than in the heart. Doesn't matter, just notice. Breathe in and out. Sense your physical body, your feet to the floor, your back to your chair, your sitting bones, your fingers, your toes. Maybe you want to breathe in through the nose and one side out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose and sigh it out. And then slowly, when you're ready, you can open up your eyes and come back to the room. Come back to the space around you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So those questions you can ask yourself anytime. And try
I
not.
love those questions. It was so beautiful.
They're very simple. And we want to go looking, as soon as we get questions, we want to go searching for the answer with our minds. But if we want to find something deeper or something new, the mind will always tell us what we already know. It keeps like repeating what we already know. So if we want to find something new or get deeper, we need to like ask the questions and not go looking for answers, just feeling the answers in our hearts, in our bodies. And it doesn't have to be very clear. Maybe in a month from now, you will have a sensation or feeling or thought, new thought about this. So yeah, don't go looking for answers.
Exactly. It can take years. So
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Yeah.
I want to also just remind everyone, I've been posting about this. I will have a beautiful, soft, intuitive goddess yoga on Saturday, which is, it will be 1 o'clock here in Sweden, and it will be 7 a.m. in the morning in the Eastern time, New York. So, and yoga is very good in the morning time because it will be available online and also in the studio here, Yogansa in Stockholm. So yeah, reach out if you have any questions about that. It will be very connecting to our essence. So it will be a soft and beautiful thing to do.
Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, and thank you for the feedback. And Leila, thank you for the beautiful meditation.
Yeah, I had a few people asking if they were supposed to cry, and whatever happens, happens, and that is beautiful. So if tears came, that is beautiful. Maybe that means you really connected to something deep inside. So that is beautiful.
And with the yoga, it's on Saturday. I think someone is asking, it's Saturday, so in 2 days, the day after the new moon.
Yeah. And all of that information is up on your Instagram, right? So people can find the
Exactly. I've been sharing the stories, and I will share again. And yeah, I'm hoping to see more people showing up, and
yeah.
we will do this again in 2 weeks for the
2 weeks,
full moon.
yeah.
And this video, just to, if someone just came in and missed the first bit, I will post this to YouTube either today or tomorrow, so you can watch the whole thing and listen to the astrology and the ritual ceremonies that we've been talking about, or if you want to do the meditation again. So I'll be sharing that here as well.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yes.
that is awesome. And we'll see each other here we'll probably see each other before that, but we'll see each other here in 2 weeks for the full moon. And this is getting to be a tradition for us. I mean, this is the fourth time, and as long as people keep showing up and finding this valuable, we will do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So thank you so
thank you.
much.
And thank you to everyone.
Thank you, everyone who joined. Yes.
And thank you for all your comments, even though we don't have like.
Yeah, we can see them afterwards.
We see them, yeah. So
yeah, thank you, everyone. Yes.
Thank
Bye-bye.
Bye.